Hey guys, I'm at Farm Deli. It's another beautiful food garden that I've discovered in Port Elizabeth. This is gorgeous Phillipa and her bubaloos. She's going to walk with us around her garden and we're going to show you, mostly what I want to show you guys is the way that she has rehabilitated her soil with her chicken system. And this is where we're going to get our new baby chooks from, or not baby, medium size for our garden. Hold it up this way.
I don't like holding it that way, Mom.
Let's go.
Okay, well this is our banana circle. Grey water system, great for shower water and all that. There's sweet potato, sugar cane, pawpaws, nasturtiums. Yeah, and these were only actually planted I think a year ago and they were like this big. So you can see.
Guys, 1 year. Look at her bananas. Are you using grey water?
Yeah, just grey water. We don't water them at all.
Grey water from the house to water her bananas like at Lurian's place. Let's go.
So, okay.
Just want to show you these chickens because the soil here. Just want to show you the soil first. Okay.
It's really sandy.
This is what the soil looks like.
It's like sea sand.
It's sea sand. The soil is sea sand. Okay. We just want to show you what they've done to the soil. Where's the back?
Here's one. This is from our mandala system.
This is what it looks like now.
It's a bit dry, but yeah.
She's got chicken mandala system. She's going to show you.
So the chickens move every 2 weeks. We learned this on a course in Addo with Andrew. And
Andrew's the man.
Yeah. And yeah, he showed us this cool system and we move them every 2 weeks and the chickens get to harvest out all that's left over, which is usually like quite a lot. And on top of that, they carry on building the soil every time we move them. So yeah.
So guys, this is that same chicken mandala system where you rotate the mandala. And there it is over there. And these are the plants. The soil is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
here,
and the
guys.
wood chips that we've all put down, like now after being here for a while, there's a lot of worms under them, the red wigglers. So yeah, they're also building the soil and all that. And these are gem squashes that self-seeded from the chickens.
Look at these chickens. Just come look at these chickens. Just look how fat these chickens are.
They're pretty big chickens. And that's quite an old boy. I think we've had him for about 2 years now, or a year and a half. But he's huge.
She just plonks that mandala on top of the place that they've just harvested from. Leave the plants that they've harvested from, and the chickens just go in and work the soil. Do you throw like horse manure inside?
Yes, we do. So we maybe put a couple of bags in just for them to break down again, and yeah, and also just keeps them busy. They scratch, they eat all the worms, and yeah.
Love the system. Come look at these chickens, guys.
This is a compost yard.
Compost yard.
It's our second one that we've built. It's still a work in progress. So the first one we planted in now, and now we've had this one, and what happened this season was all our chickens went broody. So we had to quickly think of a plan for that, and we ended up blocking off the one end of the hawk for the little babies, so the big chickens don't bully them. But yeah, if anyone wants chickens, please let us
Guys,
know.
she's got too many chickens. We're getting some chooks from her.
Yeah.
They're $150.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is that how much they are?
Yeah. If you take like more than, say, 10, I'll think of a better
You're going to get a
price.
deal, guys. And they're already laying. But just
Yeah,
come.
they are laying.
I want to show them. We don't have lots of time. I just want to show you guys the houses that they made for the chickens. They're so awesome.
Yeah, so basically we use little white buckets, and the chickens lay their eggs in there, and they seem to really like it. But yeah, just make sure they're in a shady area so it's not too hot for when they're laying, because they lay most of the morning. So yeah, you can see these ones are busy. They like sand themselves. They're not doing that.
So they took a bucket, they cut the lid in half, and that's where they roost.
Yeah, and then basically we put the lid back on so they can't kick the eggs out. And yeah, so this was our broody pen where all the chicks are. But now they can go into the other side as well as this side.
Awesome.
So,
I just want to show you before, we don't have lots of time, so I'm going to show you the cool tunnel that they've got.
yeah, the
Okay.
old system and how we planted in it now. It's nice and green.
They've also got loads and loads of indigenous trees
Yeah,
that are
also-
just stacked up, guys. If you want indigenous trees, they've got, I've just got like a bunch of yellowwood trees from them.
we've got Korea blooms.
Where you?
We've got wild olives. We've got waterberries. We've got yeah, the list is endless. And aloes, lots of aloes, and they're really big.
I want aloe.
So yeah,
I'm going to get aloe too.
yeah, cool.
Just like hook up with her. I've tagged her on this if you want some of those trees. They're
And-
cheap, man.
Yeah, really cheap, really good price. And these are all edible flowers. So this is a bed I just started working on before the summer. Yeah, there's loads in there that you wouldn't even think are edible, but they are.
I love doing this. This place is so stunning, guys. She supplies organic veg, hey?
Grapes growing. Gonna harvest those soon. See them
That's
over
their
there,
grapevine.
just a bunch. Up there and there.
It's so cool because the grapevine is growing up its trellis, but it's also growing up this tree over here.
Yeah.
So the tree is working as a trellis, and they just climb the tree when they want to pick the grapes.
And then this is the old chicken compost system. So what we do is we take horse poo and we put it in for the chickens to turn and scratch and eat all the bugs and weeds out of. And then once it's been in there for, I think we leave it in normally for like 3 to 5 months, depends on the chickens. Then we take it out and put it in our garden and sell some of it.
So the chickens were, hi John, hi Chantal.
Yeah, this is after the chickens were in there.
So basically that thing that you saw with the chickens in, the chickens were all in here and they worked the soil in here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like now.
Yeah.
Hello Olo.
So this is our first planting test in here. We basically just thrown things that we thought would do well in here. And yeah, as you can see, they're doing really well. So,
Look how stunning this is, and she's also using like mulch on top, and look how
Yes.
nice the soil is.
yeah, well, we weren't mulching enough, and now we've started to mulch a lot more. So we're hoping that our soil will improve even more over time. And our plants will just be happy, and we won't have to water as much. We use borehole water. We don't use
They're lucky they've got borehole water.
municipal.
The rest of you guys use your bath water.
Yeah, we're using that as well. Riley's bath water.
Riley's bath
So,
water.
yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey guys, how stunning. Do you see all this food?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now there's pak choy, there's radishes, there's this is called wrap. There's tomatoes, there's basil in here. There's what else? Spinach. There's what else? There's kaki bos. There's a couple of gem squashes around here that have self-seeded.
And come look here, I just want to
Yeah.
show you. They've got this other section they're going to plant like a whole lot of watermelon and stuff in.
yeah,
'Cause
and,
it's-
and a chicken fodder. So we're just letting all the plants die back and go back into the soil, and then yeah, we're gonna fill it with watermelons. And there's already a couple of pumpkins. They're a little bit sad today because of the hot weather.
So the reason why this looks kind of dead is that they're just letting it die back. It's going to feed the soil, die into the soil and feed the soil, and they're going to fill it with watermelons because surrounding this place, if you look, there are a lot of trees and a lot of monkeys, and she doesn't plant.
Just millies. They come for the millies.
So she doesn't plant mealies because that's what the monkeys come for. So she's going to plant everything except mealies
So
inside here.
we've got some pumpkins growing in here. And there's one down there. And this was beetroot that we harvested. We're still harvesting. That's what we made those nice beetroot burgers out of. And
They make nice food, eh?
this is a bay tree and rosemary And
There's
yeah,
a pumpkin.
Two pumpkins.
Aww.
That's
Are
our
you
first time
seeing?
growing pumpkins.
First time growing pumpkins.
Yeah. So
This
we're gonna fill this with chicken fodder and then maybe a couple more trees. There's a fig on the end there. Yeah, just to give it some more shade and get it going more foresty. So
Yeah. And then I can't show you the worms now because they're too far away. But they've got this nice worm system. I'm gonna ask her to explain the way they do their red wigglers. We've got ours in a bath, but they have another system because they have access to loads of horse manure.
yeah.
Just listen to how she does her worms. It's another way to think about doing worms.
So basically you can take your worms on a pile, like on the ground, and they'll tend to stay in that pile because that's where all the food is. And then this is instead of the bath system if you want a bigger space. And you would put your fresh-ish horse manure down, not too fresh because it burns them. And then you would take your old pile of worms and put those on top of the manure, and then they'll go down into that manure, and you harvest the worms the compost that's left on top, and the worms move down into the newer horse poo and whatever else you're going to put in there, like old spinach, old grass cuttings, cardboard, eggshells, all that sort of thing. Avos sprout really well in the worms, so if you want an avo tree, just throw the pips in there.
And then they take a rake and then they carefully rake off the top, and then the worms don't like the light, so they dive down deeper to get the fresh food, and then they don't need a bath system. Huh?
Yeah. Well, the bath system just became a bit too small, but we still like collecting the worm tea and that, so we still do have a bath system.
They've got so many worms, and that's why the
lots.
soil looks just amazing.
And they're all in the garden now too, which is cool.
They're roaming around the garden, the worms.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. There's more to see, but we're not going to go for much longer. Say bye.
Say bye, Ali.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.